Welcome to my Finders Keepers market vlog. If you saw my last vlog, which was the prep, you know this market that I just did on the weekend was massive for me. It's a 3-day event. Now, did it go as planned? No, it didn't. Before we dive into the vlog, I just want to say 3 things. Number 1, those of you guys, my subscribers who came to visit me, that was so cool. That was literally one of the highlights of the entire event. If I didn't have to rely on some financial income from this event, honestly, I would have put it down as a success just from all the people that I met who subscribe to my channel, who have told me that they're finding my videos really helpful, insightful, inspirational, some people. So that is amazing. And I'm just going to keep making these vlogs. I've signed up to a heap of different markets for the next few months because I just want to try them out so I can share with you what I think of them. The other great thing is I met some new market buddies. One of the best things about doing markets is you meet the other stall holders and everyone's kind of doing the same thing, so they get you and you get them. Like out in the real world, sometimes if you're talking about your business, some people just don't get it because having a creative business is very, I don't know, it's unique, it's different. So that's the 2 great things that I got from this event. Financially, oh my gosh, it was a bit of a flop. I'm not going to say the figures until the end, where we're going to dive into the exact sales for each day and the total sales versus my total expenses, my thoughts on Finders Keepers overall, and particularly the July event and whether I'll do it again. So get into the vlog and I'll see you at the end. Good morning. I've just half loaded the car already. I forgot to start filming before I loaded it because I'm on a time crunch this morning. But yeah, my studio is a literal disaster zone at the moment. So I've packed all the shelving already. I've just got a couple more things to do, but look at this. It's just crap everywhere. And I'm still finishing off a couple of the artworks that I hope to be able to take. And then I've got to pull down this wall. Doesn't matter that I did a test patch of paint there because it's going to be covered by the blanket. So today I've actually got a meeting from 10 till 12 for my other business, Wilma DIY Marketing, which not ideal this week, but we couldn't change that. So I'm going to load the car now. It's 8 o'clock. I'm then going to pop home, have a shower, get ready for the meeting, come back, do that. And then my bump in isn't till 6 p.m, which is kind of stressful because they shut the building at 8. And I usually like to have everything done on the Thursday and then just come in like a couple of hours before the market starts on the Friday. But what I'll probably have to do this time round is just get everything in, set up as much as I can, and then come back in earlier tomorrow to finish setting up and be ready for the market to start at 4. So that's a little bit stressful. And peak hour traffic, I'm probably going to leave my house at like 2. So I don't really have a lot of time after my meeting to do any finishing touches. So I'm going to try and just get the car completely loaded this morning. And then I'll have an hour to sort of finish off the artworks. And even if I don't get to take them in today, if they're not dry by the time I leave, then I can always take them in tomorrow. So that's my day. Let's pack the car. Got my enamel mugs. I'm taking almost 30. It's so hard to know how many to take. You don't want to load up so many and then you have to load everything back. But I'm not staying in the city. Like a lot of people who do this event stay in the city. I'm not. I'm driving home. So if I need to restock, I can. So this is what it's looking like so far. We've got the shelvings over that side. This shelf does not pack down. It's quite annoying. I've got my suitcase, my purple tub. I think I'm going to put this one in the front seat because it's got the very fragile, bigger pieces. So we'll just see how we go. It's 8:30. I've got the car pretty much loaded. The only thing I haven't put in is the big art or the little art. I haven't put the art in. I don't want to roll around with it today in case it gets damaged. Oh shit, I've got to put the shelving in as well. That's okay, that's easy. I fit everything in really well though. I've still got to put that shelving in, but that'll slot in somewhere pretty easily, I reckon. So happy to realise that the beach trolley fits in my front seat in this car, which it didn't in the old car. And things are sitting there pretty nicely. So I might just get some big cardboard or the core flute I've got and just put as a base and then put the big paintings on. And I can put the small paintings on my front seat. Okay, my meeting for my other business is done. Now I'm just finishing off a few things. I wanted to go and get a little cute craft toolbox from Kmart or Bunnings to do a proper market toolkit so you can see, but I'm not going to have time to do that. So I'm just going to show you what would be included. Now, normally I have a little tub, but I think I've packed it with my props, so I don't have it, but I'm just going to put it in a little bubble wrap holder. So first of all, I always take baby wipes because you just never know, especially if it's an outdoor, which is this one isn't. If things get dirty or dusty, or if you spill coffee on yourself, or if you've eaten food and you've got sticky fingers, it's always a good idea to have some baby wipes. The next thing I'm going to always have with me, I always have aspirin because I tend to get migraines now that I'm in the perimenopause phase of life. So aspirin with a can of Coke, if I get up early enough, will get rid of that. I think I've got most of my pricing. Now, some of my pricing's just handmade because it matches my brand. If you wanted to like get on your computer and do professional prices, obviously you can do that. I'm just going to pack all the ones I've got, and I always take some craft paper with me and my pen, my nice fine liner, so that if I need to make extra signage on the spot, I can. I take a few 3M Velcros just in case. Blue tack is an absolute must. I take some washi tape. I've also got masking tape, but I'm nearly out, so I probably need to get some more. I'm taking fishing line for this one because I'm hanging stuff off on my green blanket wall and I don't want it to sort of be obvious. But if it doesn't matter if it's obvious, normally I just have twine. I do have some little signage made up, so I want to get some more of these done because they're quite good. You can just pop them out with your things. I actually need to print more business cards. I currently, because I used to have this business card, but I kind of think it's important to have your products on your business card because people will collect a lot of business cards at an event, and what's going to remind them what your business even is. So my new little homemade one is just this, and then I've got the details on the back. So I'm going to print up a heap of those at home tonight. I also take a spare FPOS roll, not that I've ever needed, because I actually have the bigger square, which I think I've shown you in previous vlogs. I only have this terminal because I actually had a pop-up shop for a couple of years, so it's just, you get cheaper fees on these, but they do cost a lot more. I think they're like $400 or something, but I just find them easier, and then if people do want a receipt, you can give them a receipt. But if you've just got the little square thing or the Shopify one, that's fine too. And then I've got my double-sided tape, which is a good one to have all the time, but I'm putting my felt trim up on each shelf, so that's why I've got that. Also, I'm also taking a couple of these. I actually got these made a while back. They're just little stands for business cards, and that QR code links to my Instagram. But if I was to get it done again, I think I'd actually get it linked to my link tree where it's got, then goes to everywhere. And I usually will take little pricings, but because I've priced everything and I've double checked that I've priced everything, I'm not going to worry about that. And I've got my masking tape. So for pottery, I find masking tape stays better. So I'll just take that. And I've got a hair tie as well. So I'm going to put this in my little bag, and then I've got more hair ties in the car. So I'll also take another backup pen just in case. Some S hooks that I'm taking, but they're in a separate thing because I've got quite a few of these. Oh, and most important, scissors. Always take scissors with you. I like to just have a ball of twine as well, because sometimes, especially if it's an outdoor market and things are flying around, I'll use twine to sort of keep things attached to the like the greeting card stand, for instance. It's always a good just one to have. Now, this is how my little handmade sign turned out. I'm honestly not sure how this is going to look. If I put it up and it looks shit, I'm just going to take my old signage, which is my old logo, but at least it looks professional. I'll see how this goes, because it's not going to take up as much room because it's so light. I can sit it on top of the wall, whereas my old one I have to hang in front of it. So fingers crossed, once it's up and people aren't looking too closely at it, it will look fine. I really forgot to pack all my little preserved flowers, which I put into my little vases and fairy houses in Wales. I forgot to take these to the last market at Lost Woods market I did, and I actually think it impacted my sales because all of my little pottery pieces actually look so much cuter with the little flowers in there. She's freaking out. She knows something big's happening. She's just crying. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to drop you off at Nana's house soon for a sleepover, okay? It's just after 5. I just got to the Royal Exhibition building. I'm in queue for bump in. I hope they let me bump in because my time slot was 6 to 6:45. Last time I came through this gate, I was in queue for ages, like probably half an hour. So that's why I thought I'll come a bit early anyway. But hopefully they'll let me in. I really would like to get as much done tonight as I can. There she is, and I'm glad it's still light. I thought it might be getting dark already, but I guess it's starting to get light again. And it's so stressful bumping in because they say you've literally got 15 minutes and it's so stressful. I've been like kicked out before if I've taken more than 15 minutes, which I don't know anyone who gets their car unloaded and put in their stall in 15 minutes. It's like, I don't know anyone that does it that quickly, but I guess they have that time frame. So people rush. It's a real workout because you're like rushing. I reckon I probably got about 5 loads to get in. So we'll see how we go. And I'm going to be in queue probably for 10 minutes or so anyway. So I'm not that much earlier. I've just parked. It's 5:14. Let's see how long it takes. So I've got this giant bump, which I'm assuming is for someone's power, right in the middle of my stall, which I was not told about. So I've spoken to them. They're going to come and have a look because if this stays here, that will literally wreck my whole stall plan. So I'm not freaking out just yet, but it better be fixed. Okay, I got out of my bump in at 5:38, so it took me 24 minutes, not bad. 6:30 and I've got the basic configuration done. They've given a temporary solution, which at least it's out of my stall and they're probably going to tape it down. But she's going to try and have the electricians come back tomorrow and just move it, but we'll see. Hopefully the stall next to me has like a wall here, so, but we've still got this giant thing here, but they have to have the electricity going somewhere. If you saw my prep vlog, you'll know that I literally labeled each container for what shelf it's going on. And that is because when you get here and the energy is like crazy, you can't think. And I literally just did that. So I looked at the photo of the mock-up I did at home to remember where I'm putting stuff. And then I'm pulling out my tubs that says blue shelf. So I'm like, okay, I know exactly where that's going. So much easier. It's 8 o'clock. I have to finish. I've got lots more to do tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to be in very early. We're basically all set up. Need to do the wall. I think the sign looks fine. And still quite a lot of things to put out. Nearly 9 o'clock Friday morning. I did not have a good sleep and I left my heater on all night, so my eyes are red and dry. Just at Bunnings, I have to just get some of the little things to finish off my canvases, and I've got to quickly go to Kmart, and then I'll head to the studio and do the last few things before I head back into the city. I just popped into Kmart as well. Sushi for breakfast. So now I just have to quickly go to the bank and then get home, get showered, do hair, make myself look nice, and then head to the studio to do my finishing off and then head into the city. I just got home from running around. Now I've got 40 minutes to shower, wash hair, literally be ready to walk out the door. I just got home to find this. So I have bought a dress off Marisol the Label, which is my friend Amy, and her clothes are absolutely stunning. So she's made this in the size that I needed because the sizes that were already made were a bit small for me. And she's also thrown in a little cute pair of woolen socks, so they'll be perfect because it gets really cold in the exhibition building, so I'll be wearing those. Okay, time to go get ready. 11:34. I just got back from the packaging place to my studio. I've pulled a muscle in my calf, so I had to go to the chemist, get a bandage, some ice gel, because it says to rest it. That's not happening, so I'm just gonna quickly put that on and then quickly finish the stuff I've got to do here and then go, because I wanted to be on the way by 11:30 to get there at 1, but I think it's fine as long as I leave by 12 and get there at 1:30. That will be fine too. I mean, worst case scenario, as long as I'm there by 2, that's okay. It's gonna take me like triple the time to walk from wherever I get a car park to the place because my leg is so painful when I walk. Once I'm stationary, it's fine, so I'll be fine once I get to my store, but walking there is gonna be a freaking nightmare. Limping because I've pulled my calf muscle. Everyone's looking at me like I'm walking like a freak. I think I'm over here. I think that's the main entry up there. The Nonsense Maker, I love their stuff. Very cool. I just got to my stall. I've got just over 2 hours to set up. I might take my hair out in a minute. My little unofficial rollers. Okay, so as you walk into the Finders Keepers, you go straight over to the left. They're about to open. I've just realised I haven't put my stickers out yet, so I've got 5 minutes to do that. No problems. And then we're literally just here. So I've just got to quickly finish putting stickers out and some stuff down the bottom. I ended up just doing the felt, the cute felt scallops on the top rows because it just looked like a circus with them on all the rows. It's 5:15. I've sold $100 so far, so that's good. Just then got me over the $100 mark. It's quite busy but manageable busy, so off to a good start. I didn't realise though when designing my stall, it's really hard for multiple people to fit in here. Also, I thought I'd put proper makeup on today, but the BB cream doesn't even look like I'm wearing anything. It's fine. Yeah, so it's a bit squishy in my stall space with a few people, and also because my main shelf is right at the back, I'm noticing some people are a bit intimidated to come into the stall, which I remember when I used to do have garage sales years ago, same thing used to happen. I'm here with one of my YouTube subscribers, Tina. Say hi, Tina. So I love meeting you. And Nikki's here as well. They've come all the way from Adelaide. Have you both come from Adelaide? Woohoo! How exciting! And we're getting.
I've subscribed to you and I've been watching your videos.
Yay! I love it.
A little paint palette.
And the paint palette, the one and only.
Make more.
I'm gonna make more. I made one, and then I was like, I should make more of them.
And then she's gonna deliver them to Adelaide
For the next Bell event, maybe. So it's 6:50 and I just cracked the $500 sales mark. It's been really busy. I keep trying to order some bao buns to get delivered, but it's been really busy, which is great. Problem to have.
I thought you said you couldn't get it.
No, I couldn't get it. Hey everybody, it's 8:30. I had fake expectations because it was so busy up until 7:30, and then I've hardly sold anything since. So I'm up to 570, which is a bit lower than my October last year market, but yeah, it's fine. We've still got 20 minutes left. So I've got one of my new favorite market neighbors. This is Nadine, my lovely neighbor from Inzuri Organics. So all of these beautiful skincare. So we've just been talking because it's been very quiet the last half an hour. And then over here, and then my other lovely neighbour is Casey from Louie and the Fox. So her colours are super bright and colourful and they match in with me perfectly. Look at that. And she does scrunchies and bibs and baby things, and it's all very cute. So we're matching glasses. So yeah, it's always quiet the last hour, but I don't know why. I thought I was going to do better on this Friday night than the October Friday night. But October Friday night's like a Christmas market, so I don't know why I thought I was going to do better. But anyway, it's almost the same. So now that I'm not going to sell out of my pottery tomorrow like I did last year in October, hopefully we'll have a better sales day. Good morning, it is Saturday now. I'm feeling a little bit more put together today, although I did wake up with the start of a migraine, so I've just gone to Coles and gotten some snacks for the day. Also my cola and aspirin combo, which someone on TikTok, or multiple people on TikTok, told me to try that when I started getting migraines, and it works perfectly as long as you get it before it gets really heavy. I think apparently it's like the combo of the sugar and the painkiller. Anyway, last night, my total sales were 570, so a little bit less than my October market, which that was a Christmas market, so understandable. But I don't know why I had it in my head I was going to crush it last night. It was super busy till 7:30 and then it just died. Today, hopefully, will be a really good day. Last year in October when I did this market, my Sat day was 1,500, which was quite low for a Sat day. That's because I sold out a lot of my pottery. So I'm hoping that this time, because I've got heaps more pottery, I'd really like to get to at least $3,000 today. That would be really, 2.5 would be good baseline, but I'd really like to get to $3,000 today if I can. So, oh my gosh, I wish the Friday night went really well so I would be walking into today with less stress, but we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a nice day today for winter, so hopefully that means everyone's going to come out and go shopping. Little update, it's 10 past 1. I'm up to $5.93 in sales, which honestly I feel like I should be way more than that for this time of that day, because I really wanted to make $3,000 today, but it's not looking good. I know a lot of people do a few laps and then come and do their proper shopping at the end of the day, and I've got some bigger items, so it won't take me much to bump up my sales, but it's nowhere near as much as I thought I would be at by this time of day. But I'm not going to start freaking out. It's fine, and it's been a good morning. It's nice and busy. Yeah, so it's fine. Let's just see how it goes. 3:30 update. I'm not even at 1,000 yet. I'm up to 936. If I don't get some big sales in the next hour and a half, I'm going to be questioning my life choices, if I'm honest with you. So I really hope I don't need. It's just a few bigger items that will bump it. So I'm very tired too. Okay, it's 25 past 4. We're at least in the 4 figures now. So we just got to 1,000. We're up to 1,055. So people are shopping. I'm getting people who have done a lap or 2 laps and they're coming back to make their purchases. So hoping to have quite a few more of those in the last 30 minutes. Yeah, at least we're on 4 figures. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I don't know what I was thinking. I think because I had so much pottery, I really genuinely thought I'd get to 2.5 at least today. Okay, 5:25, end of Finders Keepers Sat day. Only got to 1,100 on the dot. So compared to October last year, we're down 400 for the Sat day. I just can't believe it. I think because I had so much more pottery made, but the fact is, it's July, in the middle of an economic downturn. People who normally would just buy a $15, $20 pottery piece were putting it back and saying they'll do a loop, think about it. So there was a lot more hesitation, even on the low price things, which was really interesting. So I'm just gonna, God, I don't even have expectations for tomorrow now. I hope I get to freaking 600 because that day is usually my best day. Alrighty, we're heading in for day 3, Sunday. So yesterday I ended up making 1,100. So I'm still $70 off covering my stall fee, which is absolutely crazy. It's not just me though. I spoke to quite a few stallholders at the end of the day yesterday, and one of the ladies a couple of doors down said it's literally her worst market at Finders Keepers after doing it for 8 years, which is just fab. Another artist and illustrator who sells very similar stuff to me. We've got a different style, but we sell kind of like stickers, art prints, pottery. She hasn't covered her stall costs yet and is really down. So yeah, it's a crazy one. I had it in my head that I would definitely, like, my base goal was $5,000 for this weekend, and I'm like, I don't even have to worry about getting to 3 because of course I'll get to 3. I've made so much more stock than last time. I don't even think I'm gonna get to 3K, and I'm definitely questioning my life choices. Not whether I should be in business, just whether these big multi-day events are actually worth it at the moment with the current economic climate. And you know, there's a lot of people that don't have a lot of spending money. A lot of people do still have money though. The time of the year, school holidays, half the people I know are in Bali. Whether it's got to do also with a lot of people buy cheap shit off Temu now. You know, they'd rather spend $2 than $20, even though half the shit on that website is, well, most of it actually is crap and breaks. And it's filled with chemicals that are actually illegal in this country. There's been lots of studies. Who knows? Who knows? But I'll see how today goes. If I want to get to $3,000, I need to sell 1,400. I mean, if I sold my big painting for 500, that's going to help. But who knows? I'm not going in with today with like high hopes, let me tell you. So yeah, won't be paying off my full amount of life and style. They're just going to have to wait. I'll do an end of day review, and then in a couple of days, once I've had time to decompress, I'll do a full market wrap up and share my thoughts on Finders Keepers Market and these big multi-day events in general. Just got to the museum parking, and the trick is for the last day of any event at the Royal Exhibition Building is to park right near the lift. So, because sometimes it's actually quicker just to bring your stuff to your car directly and load, instead of getting in line to get to the bump out section of the exhibition building, because you can be in the queue for ages. So a lot of people will just park right near the lift and just trolley their stuff back and forth. It still does get busy because you got to wait for the lift quite a bit because quite a few people do that now, but it's often quicker. So I'm just parking near the lift in case I decide to do that. I've got my suitcase at my stall already, so at least I can load that full of product, bring that back, and then once I do that, I'll decide if it's too busy, like waiting for the lift, I'll just go and get in queue with my car and then bump out properly. Let's have a good day. 11:40 update. It's been very busy. However, I've still selling just lots of little things. So I'm up to 177 for the day, but there's heaps of people around, so that's good at least. To buying my lunch for the last 2 days, I actually bought my own today because I haven't made enough to justify keeping on spending 20 bucks. 1:30 check-in. I'm up to 428 in sales, so it's picking up. And actually Sunday afternoon, once people have done their laps, that's when people do come and just buy. So hopefully we'll see how it goes. 2:30 update, we're up to 7:30, so a nice little busy rush there, and it seems like it's only getting busier. My original sales goal for Sunday would have been like 2,000 based on selling a lot yesterday, but obviously when that didn't happen, I was like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen today? So it's looking like hopefully I'll get to 1,000, that's okay. It sort of like makes the badness less. 1 hour to go, it's 4 o'clock. I'm hitting the wall. I'm so tired all of a sudden. I'm up to 8:42, and I have to just say, although I've had really low, I've had lots of sales, but they've just been small, like lower priced items, and I've met so many amazing people. I've had an amazing time. So don't let my little low sales vibe make you think that I haven't enjoyed myself. I love this market. It's one of my favorite events of the year, and yeah, it's just the atmosphere is always so cool. But yeah, just for this one, whatever reason, it's really low. My feet are killing me. My back's killing me. I'm so tired. We'll get through the last hour. And I've met so many of my YouTube subscribers, so it's so cool to meet some of you. Thank you for coming. And some people who follow me on Instagram as well. It's so cool. Meeting people is the best part of doing these events. Well, apart from obviously making money is good too. But yeah, I just love meeting everyone, and the energy is just always so cool. Yeah. So I'll do a full wrap up. I'm going to do a final tally of today's. But yeah, so far I'm up to what, 2,500? Yeah, 2,500, I think. So it'd be really good to get to 3, but likelihood of that happening, unlikely. I mean, unless I just sell that bad boy. 450, I'm up to 932, so if someone could come and buy $68 worth so I can get to 4 figures, that'd be great in the next 10 minutes. My eye is literally twitching because I'm so tired. It starts to twitch. Sold heaps of little pieces. Five minutes to pack down, and the energy is crazy now. I feel the energy gets a bit manic because you can feel like all the stall holders starting to go, okay, it's back up time, and people start packing up behind the scenes. I don't, because we know how much I love packing up. I'm not starting packing up until the absolute last second when the 5 o'clock ding bell goes. Let's see how fast I can do it. I'm not going to rush because otherwise I'll get stuck in the queue anyway. It took me about 2 hours to pack down, and I was literally one of the last stall holders there. I'm finally in line to bump out, and I'm now wishing that I had have moved a little bit faster because it's just started pouring down with rain. Hopefully by the time I get to the front of the queue, the drops have gone. We'll see. Fun. Okay, so that was that. What a bloody roller coaster, I tell you. I had so much fun, but yeah, the sales were not what they should have been at all. I genuinely thought I should have sold at least 5,000. I never imagined that I'd be worried about not hitting 3, as I mentioned in the vlog. Yeah, lots of stall holders who have done this for years. After the event, we discussed it and said that they were really down bad this July if compared to other Julys. So I don't even think you can say it's the economy, just something weird. A lot of people were saying that they believe the increased entry fee for visitors from $5 I think to $12. You could early bird buy your tickets online, but a lot of people aren't seeing Instagram posts these days, so who knows if they've rocked up to the event not realizing it's $12 per person at the gate, and you know, 2 people, that's $24 already. So who knows, but here are the exact sales figures for the full weekend. So Friday, so I did sell quite a bit of things. Like Friday was probably pretty standard compared to, I'm not going to compare it to last October because October is a Christmas market, so it's sort of different. So I sold 570 on the Friday and I spent 32, which was 17 on bail buns and 15 on parking. Big tip for you if you're doing events regular or semi-regular, even if it's just a couple of times a year at the Royal Exhibition Building, get a museum membership because you will save so much on parking. My fee for parking on Friday was $60. And then when I put my membership QR code in, it dropped it down to $15. So it's really worth it. So Saturday, I have 2 full pages. They're quite like just overall low sales, although you guys, the subscribers, you guys spent a lot with me and I really appreciate that. I do not expect you guys to spend money with me ever, but obviously if you resonate with the products, amazing. But just watching my vlogs and liking and commenting and subscribing, that is so helpful to me as well. So yeah, got to 1,100 exactly on the Saturday, and my expenses were for the Saturday $16 on bail buns, $17 matcha and a biscuit, and $15 parking. So that comes to $48 in expenses for the Saturday. Sunday, actually, I had probably as many sales as the Saturday. So it started, that side, I'd put my Saturday expenses there, all of that page, and then onto that page. So I didn't quite get to $1,000 on the Sunday. I so wanted to just get through the 4 figures, but I got to $932 total for Sunday. And I didn't buy any food or drinks on Sunday. I was a good girl after Saturday's dismal performance, because really Saturday I was expecting to sell 2 or 3 grand easy. And since I only sold 1,100, I was like, I'm not buying food tomorrow. I'm making my food. So I did that. Shout out to Nadine, my neighbor. She was like, make your own food. You don't need to be spending money on food. She does all of the big events. I don't think she's done big design, but yeah, she's a pro at it and she's been doing it for years. So 932 total sales. The only cost I had on the Sunday was the parking, which was again $15. Brand total sales, $2,602. Total expenses, $110. I hadn't included, when I just said before, the daily expenses, an extra $15 on Saturday, because I actually paid a teenager who's a daughter of one of the stall holders. She, in the Facebook group for Finders Keepers, said, if anyone needs a lunch break, I can come and do half an hour for $15. So I took advantage of that on the Saturday, and it was really nice just to have a little break and sit down for 5 minutes. So 2,602 minus 110 comes to 2,492, minus the cost of the stall, $1,750. So that leaves $742 for 3 days. And that, of course, is not even including the cost of materials, the cost of like the shelving and stuff that I bought. Now, I wouldn't include the shelving cost because I didn't just buy it for this event. I bought it to have anyway. But you know, if you've watched my prep vlog, how many hours I put into this prep for this market. $742 to come out of it is not enough money to make it viable. It's just not. Like, that's why I needed to make double that. I needed to make at least 5 grand, at least, to make this worth my time and effort and expense. So I love the Finders Keepers market. It's such a great event. However, I will not be doing the July event again anytime soon, unless like I grow my following massively and people just come to see me. Obviously that would make me want to do it, but the positives of the experience again was meeting you guys, chatting to so many people, exposing my brand to a lot more people, quite a few new followers on Instagram, lots of people took cards. Whether that really equates to anything these days, I don't know. And I've got heaps of stock now. Actually, I thought I had heaps of stock. I don't have as much stock as I thought I did left over. The little baby mushrooms, these $12 mushrooms were an absolute hit. I sold more of these than anything else. And some of the smaller vases, like the little $12 vases, they were also extremely popular. But yeah, so I've already, with the leftovers here, one of my wholesale clients has come shopping. So I've got a $300 wholesale order this week already. I'm also doing an art show. A lot of the art shows nowadays, you can put your stuff in like the handmade craft section and they just take a commission. So this one that I'm doing is Dorunya Art Show. I'll do a video about that too, actually. And yeah, I've got a good amount of stocks that I can pick for that show. But yeah, it's just, for that time, I was standing there thinking, oh, imagine if I was just put that much money into Google ads or Facebook ads. I'd probably get a better return, but who knows? You've got to try these things. I had done Finders Keepers July market in 2022, but it was when I still had my wheat bags and my art, and I did terribly at that one. I think I sold 16 or 1700 and the cost then was like 1400. So that was worse. I didn't think I would have the same result this time because the ceramics have been going really well and they're really popular, especially at city events. So I thought it was just the product, but I think it's just July markets for me are a no-go for these big events. The little winter ones I've been doing are super fun and they're low cost, so it's not such a gamble. That's the problem with these big events. They're such a gamble and you've got so much riding on it. The other thing I need to change is not relying on the income from this one event to pay for the next event, because I was really relying on making $5,000 so I could pay the remaining $3,000 that I still owe on my Life in Style stall. And I didn't have that. So I still owe the Life in Style stall quite a bit. And that's in 2 weeks. And I don't have enough money to buy all extra stock that I wanted to have for that. So we're just winging it. I'm going to sell a heap of stuff on Marketplace this weekend and I'm going to make a vlog about that. Instead of doing markets this weekend, I'm going to challenge myself to make, I'm not sure, I'll probably set the challenge either 500 or 1,000. I think 500 just for a weekend. And I'm going to see how much money I can make because I've got lots of stuff at my home and my studio to clear out. But yeah, I will not be applying for the July event for Finders Keepers again. Not in the next few years anyway, I don't think. I mean, I might change my mind. I also had gotten into the Bowerbird November market. When I did the May event and I said I wasn't going to do the November event, I thought, oh, if I do well at Finders Keepers, it will pay for it. And it'll make a great second follow-up vlog for the channel if I go back and do the Christmas event at Bowerbird. But I don't have the money to pay for the stall and the stall fee's due in 2 weeks. So I'm just going to cancel my stall space for that one. And as you can see, you probably tell I'm pretty wrecked still from it. It's Wednesday now. I'm very tired still. These events take a lot out of you physically and mentally. Although I'm fine mentally, I've bounced back pretty well from the not selling as much as I'd like to have. But physically, yeah, I'm still quite tired. So I'm going to go home and actually have a shower. I got here really early and just wanted to clean my studio space up. And then the next vlog will be this weekend. I'm going to do myself a marketplace challenge and we'll see how much money I can make just by selling some stuff around my house and my studio. And then I've got some other markets coming up, but the big next one will be my Life in Style vlog. So it's a trade show. It's a big trade show. It's really expensive to do, but it's the most like boutique. It attracts a lot of the really cool independent home and giftware stores. So that's from the 31st of July to the 3rd of August, and it's at the same venue. So I've got to now build my stand for that. I've got a big idea for it. Really didn't think through having a big 3-day design market and then 2.5 weeks having a massive trade show. I'm going to be so wrecked after this. And my brain is just like at capacity with thoughts of what I've got to do. So I'm going to do probably going to do a prep vlog for Life and Style, and then a vlog of the actual event itself. I know it might not be for everyone because it's more for people who want to wholesale their products, but it'll be interesting anyway. So stay tuned for that one, and thank you so much for watching. If you've got any questions at all or comments, please do pop them down. Any comments actually help my video to be shared to more people. So I really appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.